guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki and let's jump into today's projects. The barn will be your design length, but I've made 45-degree angles and 22.5-degree angle, and now I'm showing you a base and some pieces I cut for our roof like that. And we are going to use a wooden circle and some of those skinny sticks, celery paint, pumpkin Waverly, black paint, and deep red. Also, we're going to use white. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take them, all of them, and we're going to glue them together. And as you can see, I'm using the ones with the 45-degree angle to the corners and the 22.5 degrees. I measured that using my miter box. We're going to use them in the center so we can create the shape we're looking for. And if you saw my thumbnail, we're making a barn, a fall barn. I'm so excited about this. And we're gonna wipe off the excess glue, and now we're gonna paint it using the deep red. We're gonna paint the front, the back, and the sides, not the bottom, not the top. Those we're gonna leave it like that. And we're gonna continue painting until we have everything covered. Just like that. And we paint it completely like that. And when it's dry, we're gonna flip it over and paint the back. Now I'm gonna move on to everything that's white, and I'm painting my circle and my roof using my white paint. And I'm also gonna paint my door, but I'm gonna show you how I made my door. So we're gonna continue painting until we paint everything white. And like that, we're gonna paint the front and the back and the sides for those. But the circle, just the front and the sides. If you like what you see here and you like modern farmhouse and boho decor and seasonal decor, subscribe, because that's what I do, especially silly jokes. Now I'm taking my skinny sticks and I'm just cutting my shape for my door, and I'm just using a scissor and cutting the excess. You can make it as big or as small as you want. And now I'm gonna cut the top and the bottom the same size, and then I'm gonna cut the excess for my barn door. Now I'm gonna cut one, and I'm gonna leave the other one for when I'm assembling it. Now we're gonna add hot glue to make our door on the corners like that. And now I'm gonna add the X on the back like that. And I'm gonna add the other one crisscrossed from the front, but hot glue it in the back. Let me show you. You see, we crisscross it, but in the back, gluing it in the back. And now we're gonna cut any excess that we have, and we're gonna paint it white. Paint it completely, really nicely. Don't mind my painted hands, but we're gonna paint it completely. And now I got a little bit of that unglued, but I glue it back, and I'm gonna attach, after I finish and it's dry, that to my barn. But now I'm gonna paint the base, and that's a stir stick also, using the celery paint. And now we're gonna attach our barn door to our barn. For that, lots of hot glue, stick it there. And now we're gonna move on to our ceiling. And for that, I'm gonna glue the first two pieces, the smaller ones, like that. And then I'm gonna take the bigger ones, those are for the 45-degree angles, and I'm gonna glue them there. And now, after we finish with that, we're gonna glue our base. And for that, hot glue and glue it down. Let it dry, and now we're gonna move on to the best part of our fall farm. We're gonna make a sign for the front of our farm. And as you can see, I'm just handwriting happy, and guess what? Fall. Happy fall, like that. And we're just gonna paint it until we have what we want, and that's happy fall. Then we're gonna move on using our pumpkin color, and we're gonna move on to making a cute pumpkin on the side. And after we do that, we're gonna start painting some cute leaves all around our sign. And as you can see, I just stamped 3 times, make a small stamp, and stamp with my brush 2 times, like that. And we're gonna do that all around our sign, and don't worry about the empty spots because we're gonna add other colors to those spots. Repeat that until you have everything with your cute leaves. And now I'm gonna move on to the celery. And first I'm gonna paint my pumpkin stem. And then after that, I'm gonna start doing the same with the celery. But I'm not gonna add 2 other leaves. So I'm just doing 3 leaves, like a maple leaf. I think that's the name. And we're gonna add those, like that. And after we finish with that one, we're gonna move on to the deep red. And for that, I'm gonna make 1 leaf over there. And then I'm gonna move on to making dots in between our leaves. And that will be it. We glue that to our barn and we will have the most beautiful fall decor. This is part of a wonderful collab that's called Getting Ready for Fall, and this was put together by my beautiful friends Gianni and Diane from Deco Easy. In the description box down below, I'm going to leave you the link for the playlist for this collab, and also a list and all the channels links for the ladies joining. To make our garland, we're going to need some of that fishing line, a tassel, and I painted some beads on the pumpkin color from Waverly and others on celery, and those are the ones from Walmart, and I'm using also a pumpkin. And this has a stem for the pumpkin. Now we're gonna start assembling our pattern in our fishing line fishing line. And I'm adding 1 orange, 1 of the cream ones from Walmart, 1 green, and 1 of the red kind of stain beads. And I'm gonna continue adding them until I have all of them. I have 8 of each color, and that will make a perfect garland, not too long but not too short. And I'm gonna add them until I finish. And then when I finish my pattern, I'm gonna add the little stem to my fishing line. And now I'm just gonna start poking my pumpkin using that skewer stick that I have there, and we're gonna poke them until we can go through it with our fishing line. And that's a little bit hard because I already used my pumpkin and it had hot glue in the bottom. But if you have a new pumpkin, it's gonna be a lot easier. So you're gonna continue poking and using your skewer, just poking our pumpkin until we have a nice hole so we can fish it through our fishing line. Yes. Don't mind the scratches in my hand. My son had a hard time with the storm and he gets a little bit anxious and a bit aggressive, so that's why I have my hands like that. Looks like a cat scratched me. And now I hot glue the bottom fishing line. I'm gonna let it dry and I'm gonna cut a piece of my fishing line. to attach a tassel, my tassel, to the bottom. And for that, I'm just gonna fish it through and then make a knot. We can make 2 or 3 knots. Just make sure it's really secured, and then I'm gonna pass that piece over 2 of the beads like so, and then I'm gonna cut the excess. And this is how both of my pieces turned out. I love this garland. Look at that, it's so cute. I love the little pumpkin on the bottom and the other tassel in the other end. It's looking beautiful. And now my beautiful barn. Yes, it's a fall barn that says happy fall. Look at that, it's so cute. I love it. Look at it, it's beautiful, so beautiful. I'm so in love with this. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all the ladies joining, and also Jenny and Diane for bringing us together for this wonderful collab. And remember, if you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you love it, subscribe so you can keep on watching these type of videos. Take care. Bye-bye.